With no Riccardo Ballerini here due to injury, the Thundersport GP2 Championship is open, and Connor Tagg will look to extend his championship lead. As they make their way on the circuit for the warm-up lap, riders to look out for, however, Alan Percival, Daniel Freer, Marty Lennon, and look out for Josh Daly, number 88. Robin, I'll pass back over to you now.
Thanks very much, Steve. Glad to see you can keep the smile on your face by getting wetter and wetter. It really is filthy conditions for the Alto Digital Thundersport GP2s and Mini Twins. And down there on the grid, there we see number 50, Marty Lennon. Yes, over from Ireland, and alongside him, Dan Freer. Dan, very much a local rider, knows his Cadwell Park inside out. No Alan Percival on the grid this time, though. But we do have run up behind him, Connor Tagg and Josh Daly, and Ian Popplewell there, number 17, who is currently leading the Mini Twin Championship on points. There we see the green flag at the back. And very damp Sid says, watch the lights time. Marty Lennon, red, blue for Dan Freer. Dan Freer gets an absolute drag strip start there. He is away with this one. Good start, Steve.
Brilliant start from the local rider, and look, you can see how wet it is. There's a river down from Charlie's all the way down through to Coppice, so really tricky conditions for these riders here at Cadwell Park, but a great start for Freer. Percival not out there, so maybe a problem earlier on this morning. Look at this, he's got a 3 or 4 bike length lead already, and that's Josh Daly. A great start for him in second position, just ahead of Marty Lennon.
Yeah, there's Adam Pelfman. He is in, I think, around 6th place at the moment. And his brother Dave is one of the leading contenders in the Mini Twins, but at the moment the Mini Twins headed by number 17, Ian Popplewell, as the leaders come down into Mansfield.
Yeah, championship leader Connor Tagg currently in 4th position, just ahead of Mini Twins leader Ian Popplewell, who, well, so far has won every single race this season. A little bit further back we saw Lee Hutchinson there, but at the front it's Freer, number 3 from 88, Josh Daly, then Marty Lennon, Connor Tagg, Ian Popplewell, and just looking to move up a spot there is number 135, Chris Harrison.
Yeah, there is Lee Hutchinson. Lee on another of the Mini Twins, but at the front, Dan Freer. Well, you know, Josh Daly is edging closer. Josh is such a talented youngster, Steve. He's a young rider, and the machinery is not that young, though, is it? It's got a few racing miles in it, that Kawasaki.
Yes, quite a few racing miles on that Kawasaki. Runs well in the wet soil here. And there's Lee Hutchinson. His brother Alex, of course, won this championship overall last season. Look at the rain bucketing down. Josh Daly closing in now on the leader. Lennon in 3rd, Tagg in 4th. Popplewell going through there as well. And there's Palfreman, number 64, just alongside Lee Hutchinson.
Lee Hutchinson there, yeah, we saw him just nick ahead at Coppice, so Lee making great progress on the Mini Twin, but up the front, Dan Freer is about to have Josh Daly all around his ears. Marty Lennon there in 3rd place at the moment, holding a bit of a watching brief. He needs to stay on board and be in at the end of this, but at the moment, at the front, all about these two, Freer and Daly.
Yeah, you get the feeling that Josh Daly's just weighing up where he's going to make the move here, because Freer's going to come under intense pressure very shortly. Certainly around the back part of the circuit there, Josh Daly looks a lot quicker, and his lap times are suggesting that if he could get out front, he may be able to pull away. There's Lennon in 3rd. Good spot from there. He can keep his eye on everything. Lennon, of course, who won a few races back at Anglesey a few weeks ago.
Yeah, over the top they run. Dan Freer, something, as I said, about a circuit specialist. He's got 2 brothers, Graham and Rob, both of whom race. Oh, down there, Lee Hutchinson, who was pushing along nicely in the Mini Twins, but it's good to see him up and okay, with the bike perched perilously close to the edge of the circuit. But immediately, Steve, once again, great work from the marshals as usual. They're on the spot and they'll be shifting that post-haste.
Yeah, that was domestic Dave, as Freer looks to the left of his shoulder, unaware that Daly's coming from the right. And as they go down the start-finish straight there, Connor Tagg in the background looking to make a move. The championship leader, number 100, all of a sudden has woken up. He's been asleep for most of this race in fourth position, and I think he's probably now realised that once Josh Daly gets out front, it could be game over.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? He seems to have found the go button because he's setting faster and faster laps, is Connor Tagg. Making great progress. There we see Adam Pulverman behind his brother Dave. Dave's on the mini-twin too, but up the front, here we go. It's game on once again as Josh Daly closes on Dan Freer. Can't find a way through though. Marty Lennon seems to have responded to the charge of Connor Tagg and has opened up that little gap again, Steve.
Yes, as Connor goes around though, he is very good at picking up pace, and I think once he gets used to the grip of that Aprilia 450, he'll be singing along. But at the moment, as you said, Marty Lennon has woken up a little bit and has managed to stretch that gap out again. There's Connor Tagg, championship leader. Hopefully we'll have Riccardo Ballerini back at Mallory Park, and Josh Daly then, the new race leader, number 88. Freer looking over his shoulder. Maybe that's, you know, enough is enough for Freer. I don't know if he's got much left in the tank. There's Connor Tagg still behind Marty Lennon further back. Popperwell still leading the mini-twins, but a little bit of a charge from Dave Palfreman, Robin.
Yep, Dave having what could be his best ever run in a mini-twin. Ian Popwell has picked all the mini-twin wins so far this year, but, well, Dave Palfreman could give him a run for his money here. Connor Tagg, just looking at that shot, seems his visor seems completely misted over. I know it happens to a lot of riders. There we see Adam Pulverman, number 64, but Connor Tagg appears to have, to my mind, almost no visibility.
Well, yeah, that will cost you a few seconds for sure if you can't see anything, and I'm not sure there's going to be much you can do about it in the race, or is there? Up to third position goes Connor Tagg now.
Yep, have a look as he comes towards us once again, but up the front, well, there's Josh Daly, having got past Dan Freer into the lead. He hasn't dropped Freer. Freer is still right there, and there we see Ian Popwell, number 17. Now, the leading mini-twin, but he needs to be aware that Dave Palfreman is on a bit of a charge on the second of the mini-twins.
So there goes Daly, 88 ahead of Dan Freer, number 3, and Connor Tagg just in third position, Robin. Started to reel the pair of them in.
Yes, he's a bit of an enigma, is Connor. The longer a race goes on, the quicker he gets, and he seems to plough his own furrow. He doesn't seem to really worry too much about what's going on around him. He just keeps upping the pace, and look at this, slower rider there, maybe just causing Dan Freer to be a little bit circus back down towards the S's, and Connor Tagg is suddenly right with Freer. Now they're down towards the bottom of the mountain they come. Still Daly leading. Connor Tagg, look at that visor. That looks to me as though Connor has severely reduced visibility, but it's not stopping him racing hard.
No, well, he knows his way around here, and it certainly from our picture here, it doesn't look like he can see anything. So maybe he's got it on autopilot, but either way, he is bringing in Freer, and Josh Daly, despite looking good, oh, look at that move there from Connor Tagg, surely not up the inside. Beautiful stuff there from the hairpin to barn corner. I've not seen that move put on in the wet before.
Well, there's the last lap flag. Now Connor chasing Josh Daly over the line. Now, it's a long lap at Cadwell Park, particularly in these conditions. Connor Tagg has just set, goodness me, a lap time that's, well, I think it's about a couple of seconds quicker than anybody else has managed. We could have game on here, Steve, before the end of this. There's Marty Lennon, who's now in a little bit of a distant fourth place, but it's all about this head-to-head at the front. Josh Daly, surely he can't lose it from there. He's got enough of a gap on Connor.
Yeah, but he's unaware that Connor's behind him because this has all just happened in the space of half a lap. He will have no idea about Connor Tagg and probably thinks he's going to cruise home to victory. And Connor Tagg, no, not into the mountain, please.
Well, I think Josh will now be aware that he's there. But they hammer up the hill over the top of the mountain, down towards Hall Bends. Now, this is where we've said there's almost nowhere to genuinely overtake, but we've just seen Connor Tagg attempt. Surely he's not going to do it again.
I think he may do. Championship points, he's going to take the wide. Yeah, he's done it. He's got good drive. Is he going to go up the inside? No, he's not. Maybe he's going to have to wait. Get on the power now, get in the slipstream. Here we go to the line. Who's it going to be? They're side by side.
And it's going to be Connor. Look at Josh Daly thumping the tank. He was just done on the power out of that last corner. That was a fantastic race and chase and a really seriously good win. I'm still looking at that visor, Steve. I can't even see in it how he can see out. What a win in the Thundersport GP2s for Connor Tagg from Josh Daly, Dan Freer, Marty Lennon. Dave Palfreeman did get up to win the mini-twins there. A very happy Connor Tagg. Is that as happy as it gets, Connor? From Josh Daly and Dan Freer. And there in the mini-twins, a handsome win for Dave Palfreeman, his first of the year, from Ian Popplewell and Sam Nicholson.
Finally, a new winner of the mini-twins race. Dave, a fantastic result for you. Conditions good for you?
Treacherous. There's a lot of holding water on the track, but yeah, I quite like it in the wet, so it was quite nice to finally pull it home after having such a bad day yesterday. We had a few offs yesterday, so yeah.
And finally, someone's beaten Ian.
Yes, exactly. Finally, and very happy with that. And it's been a real good weekend. And thanks to my old man for his support from Safety Services and Golden Warfare, getting us through and getting us back on the track for today. So yeah, good.
Well done to you, Dave, and we'll move on to world race winner overall, Connor Tagg. A great race at the front in wet conditions. Usually we see runaway leaders, but on that last lap there, when did you think you were going to get Josh?
I weren't too sure I was actually going to get him, so I thought I left it too late, because I changed a bit on my bike and I didn't know how much grip I had at first of all. But it come to me, like I just felt confident with the bike, and lucky enough I got the win.
So you've extended your lead in the championship, and usual sponsors to thank, Connor?
Yeah, thanks to PP Construction, Nitro, Ian Newton and Myra, Burnett and Dave and all the Thundersport and Bridgestone.
All right, well done to you, Connor, and good luck for the rest of the day.
Thank you.